Hello, Sagittarius. Happy Friday to everybody. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Sagittarius. Hopefully everybody's having a great Friday. TGIF to everybody. This reading is for October 24th through October 31st. The moon has moved into your sign, Sagittarius. You all are ruled by Jupiter, the largest planet. It's one of Pisces' ruling planets as well. Jupiter is the planet of good luck and good fortune, opportunities. So you should be really thinking about getting out and getting some sun. You're a fire sign, obviously, but getting out and getting some sun. It's associated with the color purple. Jupiter is associated with the color purple. It's also associated with the day Thursday, right? So we're not talking about the movie The Color Purple. We're talking about the color purple, right? So it's associated with royalty, being regal. Could be in some cases associated with religion or spirituality, the crown chakra, all those things. So adjust your crown, adjust your crown. Also, you should be expecting some good news. Like, get out and get some sun. Jupiter is also the planet of opportunity, zest for life, confidence. You feel more confident when you get out and get some sun, don't you? Well, I mean, drop a comment below if you do, thumbs up or something. Yeah, you feel like you have more possibilities. You get out and get in the sunlight. So I don't know what the weather is. This is the World Wide Web, so I don't know who I'm talking to all over the world, but get out and get some sun. Get out and get some sun. So you may be feeling lucky today, blessed and highly favored. However you're feeling today, hopefully you did some purging. When the moon was in Scorpio, we certainly started out with a new moon on Tuesday in Libra. So that's where you're saying, okay, I'm not carrying other people's emotional baggage on my internal scales. I don't have time for that in my personal, my professional life. I'm trying to have a healthy work-life balance here. So I need to do some purging myself. And I feel like hopefully that's what you did. So let's get it. All right, Sagittarius, let's go. I radiate love and light. Get outside in the light during the day. If you're at work, make sure on your lunch break, you don't just sit at your desk. Even if you have to get out by yourself, hop in your car, or if you took the train to work or the bus, just go take a walk around the block, get some fresh air, turn the music off, and just, listen to the sounds, like tune in, pay attention to numbers around you, letters, sounds. You may see something, you may meet somebody, the new opportunity out there, something, right? Here's the Seven of Cups here. So Seven of Cups, devil is in the details, right? The scales from your eyes are being removed. And so you could be having a Kundalini experience. You could be realizing, hey, I've outgrown the environment that I'm in, right? You're looking for some kind of answers. You're looking for some kind of opportunity, right? And you could realize, oh my goodness, I've outgrown something in business or in my personal or my professional life, right? So I need to keep my vibrations high. Get out and get some sun. Get out and get some sun, right? No matter what time you see this video, I'm trying to upload it as early as possible. No matter what time you see it, even if you see it after your lunch break, make an appointment with yourself today somehow before the sun goes down to say, hey, I'm getting outside. The moon will be, I believe, in Sagittarius Friday and Saturday. Sunday is going to eventually move into Capricorn. And then you're going to, maybe get out and get some gardening or something. The challenge here is both of these cards came out. The challenge is this. Somebody is moving around so fast, it's hard for somebody to get some good news coming in. But you got good news coming in. You are still connected to some way energetically. Spiritually, you're still connected to somebody who feels like something is their way or the highway. You could have an Aries in your life. I don't know who the person is. It could be grandchild, child, adult child. It could be a good friend, somebody who is moving fast in your life and you're just going with the flow. You're going with their flow. So it's like you're going to have to stop that. You're trying to live a softer life. And when it's like when they say go, you jump, you ask how high. So it's just saying, no, that's going to be a challenge for you because you're trying to live a softer life. And they could have the best intentions for you, but all of this always on go all the time, and you're trying to live a softer life. Source is trying to get some news to you, some good news to you about something happening, and it's coming in fast, right? So you got new love trying to come in. You got some good news trying to come in, and the news is trying to come in fast. And it's something that you prayed for. So somebody always got you going on the go. It's a convenience to them, but it's an inconvenience to you. Y'all know what I'm saying? So Source is saying, stay focused. You radiate love and light, right? You radiate love and light. So sometime today, between today and tomorrow, because somebody already got your calendar booked up. We see 8 here. Somebody already got your schedule booked up. They like, okay, I got this person between this hour and this hour. Okay, let me hurry and get on their calendar fast. Somebody already got your date booked up between 8 and 4 hours. They got you booked up, right? And you're like, no. I'm gonna need at least 4 of my own hours, right? So we know 8 and 4 is 12. So 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So somebody is saying to you, they're already inspired to talk to you about, hey, let me get to her or him fast, whoever you are, her or him fast, right? Let me get to them fast, right? You know, putting you in a poisonous environment, meaning that, and again, the devil is in the details. Let me put it in. So you're going to get in front of this and say, let me put it into this real fast. Okay. Let me go ahead and block off my whole calendar. I'm about to download a moon calendar because I'm going to end up on the light side of my emotions. I'm not going to be sitting here going like, oh gosh, I already had something planned. I couldn't say no. Let me go ahead and just block out my calendar for this weekend. My calendar already blocked out. I don't care if I don't have anything to do except sit out in the front yard like a house plant under the sunlight. For real. That's what somebody's doing. I'm already booked up. I'm radiating love and light. I'm just sitting out in the sun, just looking at the sun. Just you and the sun looking at each other. You got on sunglasses. You just sitting there looking at the sun, just soaking it all in. That's just you and the sun, smiling. Yeah. So that this is not a challenge for you anymore. Because somebody doesn't have a problem flipping over bowls, meaning that they have a variety of things for you to do. It's like somebody just has a variety of things for you to do. You got this, you got that, you got this, you got that. Okay, all right, and then like basically like busying up your calendar. Somebody busies up I keep saying I'm like mixing letters together. Busying up your calendar. Like basically they are saying, okay, almost deciding that you don't have anything to do. Like basically you moved on from, maybe you're retired, or maybe you moved on from this busy life, like the hustle and bustle of life. So, or maybe if you're not busy, maybe you work from home, or maybe you're taking a break, or something you're doing where you're living a softer life, and somebody has decided they can decide your schedule for the day. No sir and no ma'am. No. You decide what your calendar is for the day. So spiritually, somebody already have you booked and busy, but it's really to their benefit. So it's like, no, yeah, you're dealing with dark magician energy. They're trying to loop you into something, right? So this is what it is, the recent past. Yeah, the recent past, right? So keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. You prayed for a softer life, right? And so you don't want something to drag you down to a lower frequency, because the scales from your eyes are being removed already. And something is happening fast for you. So stay focused. Stay focused. Spiritually, just stay focused. Like I said, you have new love coming across your path. Love is not always romantic unless that's what you prayed for. It could be a new job. That could be something that you love. It could be a new opportunity, because we're talking about Jupiter, right? The moon is in Sagittarius. You don't have to be a Sagittarius. If you're watching this, you could be a cross watcher, but the moon has moved into Sagittarius. So it's be a new opportunity coming in fast for you, right? Where it could mean money for you. So if that's what you prayed for, if you say, okay, I want a new opportunity, and so here you are, you got 7 cups here, meaning that you've been thinking about a variety of ways possibly to make more money, and you've been trying to make money. This person right here is on a motorcycle, so maybe you own a motorcycle. Maybe you say, okay, You've been trying to make fast money, but legit, honest money, but trying to make fast money. And Source is like, no, I just need you to stay focused. Spiritually, I need you to stay focused. And it could be family or friends that are like saying, okay, well, we can get them. We can find ways. We can make them. We can get them babysitting here. We can get them like, so if you got grandkids or something, somebody could be like, oh, they want to live a softer life. Okay, well, we can get them to babysit. We can get them to go run some errands for us. We can go get them to do this. We can go get them to do that. But Source is saying, no, no, no. I'm going to keep you in that same, I'm going to keep you in your purpose. I'm going to keep you in your purpose, right? Your purpose, your vocation is your 10th house. The call that you answered on your life is going to keep you there. I'm going to keep you right there, keep you in the pocket, right? So continue radiating love and light. Get out and get some fresh air. Get out and get some sun, right? Because it's not that you're feeling lucky. You're getting your downloads and you're getting your messages. You're getting your downloads and you are getting your messages, right? Getting your downloads and getting your messages. So congratulations to you for just recognizing that some energies are trying to put you in a poisonous environment. They really, really are trying to put you in a poisonous environment, and the scales from your eyes are being removed. They really are being removed here. So I'm seeing a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. There it is. Your wishes are being fulfilled. So congratulations to you. Congratulations. There's a karmic couple out here that you're trying to get their wishes fulfilled. They feel like something is their way or the highway. So they've done everything. They've broken every kind of spiritual law here. 7 of Cups is their secret enemies. So they align themselves with other karmic couples, meaning that if that means that they got to, copy what's on your phone, breaching all kinds of stuff, like just doing the works, just illegal stuff. White collar crime, just doing the most, right? To get you racing out the house fast, like this person is on a motorcycle, right? Where you're not really focused, right? You're racing out the house fast, dealing with these karmic couples, right? And so dealing with magician energy, because they want their wishes fulfilled and you want your wishes fulfilled. So you need to be just as laser focused, right? Because you're trying to radiate love and light. So I had to add a little bit more time here. Again, you're trying to radiate love and light. So you're getting a lot of messages that's coming through. Here's a Page of Cups here. You're getting a lot of messages that's coming through about just your emotions, and they're deep emotions. And so you want to make sure someone else is not trying to cloak in your energy about the depth of emotions in terms of your creativity, their creativity. You want to stay focused on your purpose. Just stay focused on your purpose. You are not in copycat energy at all. You're not, because that's where stuff gets scattered, right? So find out what your purpose is and focus on your purpose. You may have left behind. It looks like you were in an environment where there was a lot of copycat energy. Whatever you did, they did. Whatever they, and so that can be frustrating when you got a bunch of copycats around you. And so you are probably in an environment now, and this is what you got away from, and this is what you got away from fast. You're like, okay, you don't want to be around copycat energies, right? So this is where you prayed, and this is where I need y'all to stay focused. Whoever you are, you prayed to Source to get away from copycat energies, because that can be frustrating. Everywhere you look around, everybody got the same thing on, like they wearing the same this and same that. So now Source got you to an environment where people look different. People are wearing different clothes. Everybody has their own style of way they dress, they look on the outside. People just look different. Everybody doing their different thing, right? So this is where you get a chance to radiate love and light. There is a variety. That's what sacral chakra is. It means variety. The basic need is for variety. That's what you prayed for. And Source answered your prayers fast, right? So it's a variety of things that's going on. And so when you're dealing with magician energy, Source is going to make sure something happens for you just as fast. So here we have the 9 of Cups here. And so just because people from your past are telling people that you are a snake, because the scales from your eyes have been lifted, right? This is where the devil energy, and we're not calling anybody a devil. You don't care how many people call other people devils. Everybody has a shadow side, right? Where you may not have known better. What was concealed has now been revealed. What was done in the dark has now been brought to the light. So if some people put you in a toxic environment and you woke up to that, That could have been an environment where your colleague was getting paid more than you were, and you had no idea until they slipped up and said something while y'all were at lunch. You're like, oh, I thought we had the same job. I had no idea you were getting paid more than me. Oh, how did that happen, right? They could have just slipped up and told you. That wasn't even by coincidence. Or somebody could have slipped up and told you that they're, moving somewhere where you're moving, right? And somebody didn't want you to know that they were that close to you because somebody is obsessed with you, right? Hey, the cat's out the bag either way, right? Somebody could have been talking like somebody, using the same language, the same verbiage. Obsession. That's what Seven of Cups is. Somebody could have been obsessed with you. Move fast, they move fast. They date somebody that you date, dating somebody that you date. Everything you do, they do. Little copycat energies, right? So these energies are obsessed with judging you, but want you out of the way, right? So Source is making some things happen for you. It's like every time they do something, Source switches it up to make sure something happens for you. So you're getting downloads constantly. You're getting downloads constantly. So a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled to, just like I said, you're getting constant spiritual communication. You're being alerted constantly, okay? Whoever you are, you're constantly being alerted. So this is a good thing. So Source is putting an end to it because Source has already exposed open enemies to you, has already exposed them to you. All right. So you're very lucky. This is what you're in the spiritual realm. You're very, very lucky that Source is exposing this to you. So pay attention. Source is using somebody to expose these enemies to you. And it's coming in the form of a spirit guide from the other side, like somebody who died. In other words, it's coming to you the way it's coming to you is through memories. Like Source is showing you through memories. Like when somebody was alive, you're just coming, because a lot of your antennas are up, your spiritual antennas. Think of it this way. It's like when you go visit somewhere that's foreign to you. Let's say you could have had 2-3 years of French in school, right? You go visit a French-speaking country. Guess what? You all of a sudden, you start remembering those words. You're piecing them together. Things start coming to you faster because you're almost in survival mode. Just like this right here, you get focused faster, right? You start remembering words, things start coming back to you, right? So it's that in a sense. You start remembering things. So that's what I mean by spirit guides. Helping with some things. So you're learning how to master, what you were told when you were in an environment. So don't overthink it. Don't make it spooky, weird, different, all that other stuff. Don't overthink it. So that's the influences on you. Someone is helping you on your journey, and that's just your past memories, okay? Because these energies back here, they're smoke and mirrors. They're smoke and mirrors, and that's it. They hate that you were able to close out a cycle, but they do everything that you do. You move, they move the same way. They won't tell you that you inspired and motivate them, and that you you help them to close out some cycles. They wouldn't dare tell you that. They wouldn't dare say, you really inspired. That would be the right thing to do, because everybody's inspiring everybody in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They rather see it as competition. They rather see you as competition and say they did it first, or, somebody else inspired them. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So the external and environmental influences, how other people, you're successful. Yeah, I see you being successful. Yeah, I see you being successful. Why? Because you're not copying them. While there's nothing new under the sun, it's creatively, because it's a variety of things, and Source is mixing things up for you. So whenever you do it first. When it comes to these energies here. Right? Whenever you do it first. So it's going to always look like they're doing it after you do it. Hopes and fears. Yeah, so Ace of Wands, you have a new project coming in, right? You have a new project coming in, and so like you just hoping that you just don't get burned out, because again, that somebody else doesn't get burned out spiritually, doesn't get burned out. Here's the outcome. What is the outcome here? What is the outcome? Yeah, your abundance and your prosperity are growing. Yeah, your abundance and prosperity are growing. Yeah, something like I said, when you're in a toxic environment, so something you slipped up, right? You didn't look like before the 7 of Cups, you slipped up, but you started crying about something. It was hard for you to put something behind you. Five, you were lamenting over something. 6, you didn't look like what you know. And at that point right there, they put somebody else in a toxic environment, right? The devil is in the details. So they were able to put somebody in a toxic environment when you moved on. That's when they got somebody fast. So it could have been a spouse, an adult child, somebody they were able to get real fast. They moved in real fast, like swooped in real fast. Caught you when you were in grief stage. 5, 6, 7 of Cups. That's grief. That's Scorpio, right? We're not talking about a Scorpio. That's when everybody linked up and said, okay, that's it. We got to take care of this fast. Somebody is already moving. They're gone, right? So we got to get this person in. We got to get this person in because they're motivated by the polar opposite of what you're motivated by. So you're motivated by doing stuff in a positive way. They're motivated by doing the polar opposite in the negative. So you could be motivated by healthy love relationships with people. They always on sneak time. They're always on low vibrating sneak time. And so source is saying to you, because they don't want to do the energy work, they're starting at 7 of Cups. So they're always on demon time. The devil is in the details. So you saying you want to live a softer life. You prayed for a softer life. They prey on people who are living a softer life. There's a difference. It's a homophone. Those words that sound alike but have different meanings. They prey on people who live a soft life. So you can't be caught slipping. So you're going to have to learn, and that's why I teach about dark moon magic, but I encourage you not to practice it. You can't be caught slipping. They thrive on dark moon magic and doing stuff behind people's backs. So you can't be caught with your head down crying about something sad. These are the type of people that you can't cry in front of them. You can't show no sign of weakness about anything because they prey on that. You looking for some kind of sympathy or compassion. They like, oh, this person depressed. They sad. You crying in front of them. Okay, we moving in right there at that time. So source is saying you're dealing with some cold-hearted. You're dealing with people don't have warmth through their veins at all because they don't want to do the energy work. So you're going to have to keep your vibrations high. They looking for anything to sting you, literally anything. And so they just happen to catch somebody that you love at a low point. They caught somebody that you love at a low point. And so continue radiating love and light. Somebody wants the best for you. Continue radiating. So I'm seeing abundance and prosperity growing for you. But this happens to a lot of people. This is why you see, this is why having warm conversations with people, be inspired. When you talk about living a softer life, be inspired to live. And so somebody's demon is the pride. Somebody's a very prideful spirit. Yep. Somebody who caught somebody that you love. This is your child. This somebody could be a Leo. Who caught your child? Yeah, they wanted to be in the sun. They wanted to be somebody's a Scorpio and somebody's a Leo. They caught your child, whoever your child is, or children, in a very weak moment of their lives, right? Joking, playing. I was just playing. I was just joking. I didn't mean such and such and such and such. But somebody was grieving something, right? Here we have, it's time to open up your vault door when they got what they wanted from them. They got some information or something about where somebody lives or something. But you won't be returning somebody's call. Angel Raphael, the healer and protector of travelers, is with you. It's time to expand your brand. Time to expand your brand. Yeah. The dispenser of justice is with you. Yeah, let go and let God. See, it's not that you're upset with somebody who may have shared some information with them, because you're going to be straight up and down with the person who may have shared some information, because somebody may try to pop up and be like, oh, you so-and-so told me. Yeah, they wouldn't have told you that. You sneaky. I know how you are. You straight up with them. You're going to tell them straight up in their face. They wouldn't have given you that information because you sneaky. And you don't care if they get mad or not. They wouldn't have given you that information. Yeah, so make a list of pros and cons. Your peace is paramount. More money is coming in soon. Somebody's a succubus spirit. Because this is what's happening. Somebody wants to get a message through to you, right? But the way that they went about trying to get a message through to you is a very sneaky way, right? So they want to come to you, but they want to come cloaked in somebody else's energy. But the way they want to come to you is they want to come to you. You're dealing with, like I said, you're dealing with a succubus. Someone who is sexually attracted to you, right? So they want to come to you almost as if they got your information by accident, or y'all just happen to be in the same place at the same time, or, oh, we have this in common, we have that in common. But you're dealing with somebody who does a dark moon magic, who hangs out with the same people you left behind. You're already aware because somebody already told you. It's not even a person that they think told you either. This is what you need to keep close to the cup. It's not the person they think told you either. Complete stranger, which I hope you never divulge. Whoever you are, I hope you never, ever share that person's information, because they need to be caught off guard. They're so busy being slick, cloaking in people's energy, playing silly, stupid games, thinking that you prayed for a softer life, meaning that you worked really hard. You could be retired, something you could have been prayed to work from home. This is not by coincidence. They play games like this. Oh, you know, I heard about you. I've been wanting to meet you. Right. Here we have time to ground yourself. Yeah, so they're planning to disrupt your money backfire. You don't have time for stupid games. Yeah, here we have, you are the gift. You have the gift of claircognizance, psychic knowledge about other people. Yeah. When the day that people grow up and come up Front Street, then maybe they will have half a chance. But this right here, no, that's gonna be a no. This is about as immature as they come. Yeah. This is a no. Living a soft life does not include being sneaky with other human beings, because you don't know what people have gone through, right? This right here, some people have really been in a very toxic environment. Some people really have grown up in such a toxic environment. They really need people who are going to be transparent. This Seven of Cups is not a transparent environment. That's a polar opposite of a transparent environment. That means that somebody grew up in an environment where people actually preyed on them. A variety of things could have happened to them. Some people think when people prey on them, they think it's just preyed on them just maybe sexually. Some people could have been preyed on mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually preyed on them, like preyed on their spiritual gifts. So somebody's still being in that low vibrating, predatory, emotional energy. That's gonna be a quick no. That's a quick no, because you wouldn't do that to them. Oh, we just happen to be in the same place. We know some of the same people. No, we don't. You on that demon time. You get away with that. Goodbye. Yeah, dreams. Yeah. Astral projection. I mean, just baby stuff. Immature. I mean, like elementary school mess. That's what they doing. I mean, just this kind of mess. Like, y'all need to learn how to block this mess out. Cloaking in people's energy. Just stupid. Just stupid. So anyway, divine abundance. So you were born to align with love's will and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Yeah, you don't need to chase abundance. You living a softer life, you prayed for something. Something is coming to you. Something is coming to you, right? Something is coming to you. So you do have love coming across your path, and it is coming across your path fast. Love is not necessarily love of another human being. You could have people who love you for what you do spiritually, right? So it may not be erotic love. There's many different forms of love. But the fact that someone has to cloak in another person's energy to get to you because they're a succubus spirit, they are going to be in for a rude awakening. And for real, they're going to be in for a rude awakening, because that you're not interested in them in that way. You're not. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing they could offer you. You better see it all over their spirit. There's nothing they could offer you. Yeah, so in this case here, somebody would be a secret enemy. This wouldn't even be an open enemy. This is a secret enemy. This would be a person who you would quickly just walk away from, like quickly, you know. They would probably get offended, but I mean, you don't care. You really don't care. But I see you and somebody being very successful. You and somebody being very, very successful, because it's something that you, like I said, it's something that you and someone prayed to do. So it's something to do, like I said, in terms of like, you're on your journey that you're on, whatever the journey that you're on, energetically. And I feel like this is somebody's purpose, whatever your purpose is. So find out what your zodiac sign is in your 7th house. And, that's what's going to be of significance to you. Yeah, find out what your zodiac sign is in your 7th house in terms of just like your relationships, right? Because that's what you're pouring into, okay? And that's what you're inspired by. And that's the reason why you get information so fast, because you're pouring into yourself, and that's what inspires you. And it comes to you really fast. Something pours into you really, really fast. And I feel like you and somebody are going to be very, very successful, because you've already been in environments where people preyed on a variety of things. So you'll be able to pick up on a lot of things. You and somebody will be able to pick up on a lot of things when you've been in an environment where people have preyed on a variety of things, where your sacral chakra area. It's not always sexually. That's where people's minds go automatically, but it's not always sexually. So hopefully this has been helpful for you, but that's what the outcome is. The outcome is, I see your abundance and your prosperity growing here. So congratulations to you. And hopefully this is extremely helpful for you. But yeah, somebody came at you all wrong. They came at you all wrong, backwards. Even if there was a chance, like even if you could have been attracted to somebody, you're not attracted to them anymore. Because they're fixated on something. They won't deal with this. They won't deal with this succubus spirit. They won't deal with that. So something wouldn't even be built on clarity. Yeah, something is not clear to them, but it's very clear to you. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. All right. So your prayers are being answered for you and someone, but your prayers are being answered. And like I said, new love is not always a person, not in an erotic sense, just so we're crystal clear. And if it is, I would keep it very, very private. Keep it extremely private. But it's exactly whatever it is you prayed for. That's what's coming. All right. So congratulations. Bye.